Hello, beautiful team. It's Shawna L. Francis, and today is September 17th, 2022. Thanks for joining me for this daily Ascension update. Thank you, everybody who's watching, who's supporting me, all your comments. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The only reason why this makes sense for me to make daily videos is to have an audience. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. You have no idea. Today, Melchizedek came through again. And I've lost electricity here. This town that I'm in has no electricity going right now. So I thought I'd better make this video before I run out of cell phone battery and computer battery. So I'm just gonna kind of go for it, but I'm hot. It's 90 degrees here and about 60% humidity. So I'm gonna dive into this here. So Melchizedek, this is, it kind of reminds me of like what I was saying yesterday. These guys are helping keep me on track, keep us on track. Coming in daily, getting the work done, marching forward. So it's like, let's get into gear, guys, me especially. I don't know, again, for those of you who've read Paul Selig, he has been channeling Melchizedek now for years and has written 8 or 9 books. I've read all of them twice. And they always get after Paul, like, Paul interrupts the teaching. Paul has another question. Paul, we'd really like to, teach in the way that we'd like to teach. If you could hold your tongue for a little bit, we'll get this done. I always felt so sorry for Paul and how Melchizedek works with him when he channels them. And I'm like, and Paul works really hard. He's doing workshops all the time, Zoom meetings all the time. He does his one-on-one sessions. The man's constantly got some kind of a new workshop going on, or he's writing a new book. So yeah, this is a full-time gig. This is not just something you do part-time. And so they're really kind of helping me get on track here. And I get to share all of this with you in real time. There's no hiding, I guess. All right, so into this, let's, the pleasantries in the beginning. You're doing beautiful work, Shawna. Please never doubt this. Never doubt who and what you are and why you are here. Let's remain strong together. Let's remain committed together. Let us march forward together. So that's kind of how they started this. This is a group effort involving many moving pieces. A spoke on a wheel, a cog in the machine, a chess piece on a chessboard. Humanity must start doing the work to make this as successful as possible. Humanity must start doing the work, okay? So we've chosen this. We have to do the work. As we said yesterday, the light has already won, and we are on the best path forward for ascension, but still, the work must be done and the actions must be taken. I'll keep going here. Let's take it to heart that there are very important daily rituals, daily intentions, daily focus to help raise your individual light bodies up in vibration to get this to where it needs to be. Yeah, this is the name of the game for light workers. We have got to raise our vibration toward love. This is not something we've had a lot of role models for. We're kind of, really looking to these guides to help us figure out how to do this. And they say here, in Galactic Federation of Light has said this many times, so that you create a clear path for those who may follow in your footsteps. You are clearing the field of debris so that others may more easily walk behind you and beside you as you lead forward. Yeah, so imagine a group of light workers. We are carrying this torch. We are the beacons of light. We have got to take care of ourselves. We've got to focus on our fields, our choices, our thoughts, our belief systems, all these things. And they've said this, they're saying this again, I've heard this many times directly from my guides. This is not a rescue mission. While we keep a pulse on the frequencies here and choices being made, we cannot do this work for you. At very important higher levels of consciousness, humanity, as individuals and as a collective, have decided to evolve to the 5th dimension with Mother Earth, and what this requires are new actions to be taken, new intentions to be stated, new choices to be made in order to support this trajectory. Yeah, so we're making the magic happen. This truly does fall upon our shoulders to help make this place better and to take it where we want it to go. Love first, allow this to be your new mantra. So they talked about love first, work second yesterday. And I have been thinking a lot about that. And I'm seeing how I put this mission sometimes second and I don't put it first. And I see how I'm doing that and how it helps me. I mean, I think it impacts my energy field and it makes it harder to catch up. This will be significant in terms of impact here to the consciousness. It's about taking this role seriously and sharing widely the effects and attributes of this pathway. Each person has the tools they need to lift themselves toward love. It now comes down to awareness and choice. We have everything we need to be on this spiritual enlightened path here. And now it comes down to awareness and choice. And they're saying here that many are still unaware, are just still unaware. The awareness has not reached a place yet where they can act upon these new choices available. And remember how the teams here have talked about we emulate this light, right? Or this way of being that is high vibration. Then it allows other people to choose that if they want to, right? But a lot of people are not even aware that this is a way you can be in the world. What do you mean I don't have to be stressed out and miserable and angry and fearful? What do you mean? Like I can be on this planet with as messed up as it is and be happy? You've got to be kidding me. So we're those folks, we're those folks who, even though everything seems to be falling down around us, we're making the choice for love. And we also have a more broad understanding of what's going on here and why this change is good for us. All right. However, once you are awake, once you know, it puts you in a position of freedom and sovereignty because now you're able to make different choices for yourself if that's what you require. All right. And this is really good. I love this. And this is an incredible leap in consciousness for the individual human, knowing that they are not victims, but in fact you are creating this reality through choice, through beliefs, through thoughts, through actions, and through field. All right, so once you're awake, sorry, the mosquitoes here have been so bad after the storm. We had all kinds of standing water here and mosquitoes breeding, so I'm scratching. Sorry about that. This is an incredible leap in consciousness for humanity to understand that you're not a victim, but you are co-creating this reality through choice, beliefs, thoughts, action, and through field. We are doing this. We create this. We choose this. Once you're aware, then you have, there's a responsibility, I guess you could say, in making the choices that best serve you. We can always go back to what we used to think or what we used to know or how we used to act just out of comfort. But now at least we're conscious of this. We are aware that we're doing that, and we're aware that there are other choices that we could be making. Owning this mission, believing in this mission, and taking action on behalf of this mission are the most important parts of the journey in this moment for many of you. Yeah, I mean, they're... and they go on here. We see a lot of distraction with you, Shawna, and also with others. We implore you, and we humbly ask you to put this work first whenever possible. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely in a position where I could be spending a good 8-10 hours a day just working on this mission. And, like Paul Selig, I'm sure I'm going to get there. So just really the big cheerleading here, the big push to stay focused on this, set those intentions, the daily rituals. And they say here, we do understand that there are commitments, activities, experiences, and lessons that you continue to focus on. We understand this. But it is also an understanding that you can be in the light and still do all these things. You can put love first and accomplish all that you have set out to accomplish, putting love first. And we talked about this yesterday, so I think they're kind of piggybacking on that idea from yesterday when it said they said love first, work second. You can have a regular job and still be a light worker. You can be selling cars, washing windows, doing all kinds of things, and still be a light worker. It's like, I think for me, a lot of times I have compartmentalized my spiritual side of myself, and I've kept it separate from kind of my normal everyday self. You know, even with that darn washing machine yesterday, I was so upset that that thing was broken. But you know what? I woke up this morning and I thought, there's got to be a simple answer to this. So I pulled the thing out, and the hose had been hooked onto the wrong valve in the back. So I switched the hose over to this other valve, and it works fine. It worked fine. You know, so I'd gotten upset for nothing, for no good reason. I did that today. All right. They say it's just a different way of viewing yourself in relation to the work you're doing and those who you serve. All right. Everybody is playing a role, and each person is just as important as the next. There's no other person more important than another person. Each of us as singularities have to commit to this work, right? We've got to make this a priority. And then they said, and I think they've said this, the Galactic Federation of Light has said something similar. The more one sinks into the frequency of love, the easier it is to stay there and to reflect that out. So the more and more you're in love, the easier it becomes just who and what you are at all times. And then they said, Shawna, we ask that you spend 30 minutes working with the collective grid today, and also enter into the halls of Amenti. The halls of Amenti have kind of been on the back burner as I am just exhausted at night. And I mean, I've done it a few times since I've been here, but not every night like I'm supposed to. So they're asking for that, 30 minutes working with the collective grid. So just reminding me to stay focused on these things. I've got plenty of time for this. I'm going to go for it. I got to stay focused here, and they're not going to let me slack. All right. I think that's going to do it for today. It's hot. I'm going to run. Maybe I will head down to the beach and take a dip in the Sea of Cortez. It's been quite lovely. It's a little bit cloudy because of the storm last week, but it's super refreshing and super lovely nonetheless. All right, team, thank you so much for watching. Thanks again for all your comments, for subscribing, and for liking. That helps the YouTube algorithm serve these videos up more and more to more people. So we're trying to get the word out here to as many people as possible. Okay, team, I love you. Mwah.